Missouri. And everybody has been waiting on this one. Number 1 against number 2. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, I have checked in with the Bulldogs head coach. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. And he's going to bring this one out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Cuts it upfield. It's Turner. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. In some ways, guys, it feels as if the first part of the season has built to this. A real chance to prove yourself in a battle between number 1 and number 2.
I think this is a game, guys, that's really going to define the path to the national championship. It's rare that you get this 1 versus 2 matchup at this time of the year. So you know here, David, the energy is just going to be off the charts.
Yeah, because we already know midway through the season now what these teams are. And they're great teams that are trying to get into the playoffs. So whoever gets this dub now, you got a win against a top team for your resume.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Might as well run him again. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Intercepted. Looking for more room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on. Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Back to pass on second down. He'll pull it down and run. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Snap from the gun on third down. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It is good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
As a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run it up.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, looking for a man. He's going to run it. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And he's going to go backwards, and they force a 4th down. What a play by this defensive front. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Shakes off the defender. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense. They went for it, and they got the first down.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Second down to the air. Still looking to his right. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Now on the move. There he goes. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
On his way back from the 20. Makes a move. Powers through. And runs through another guy. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Drops back on 1st down. He's got it. Oh, there's an alley on the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. playmakers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going,
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
what a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll try the left side. All over him immediately.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. He's going to take off. Smashes through the tackle. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The Bulldogs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Moving toward the end zone, and fumble! Covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to slam in. And again, he gets nothing. This defense is not giving up anything on the goal line.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're looking for from a defense. You're expecting runs, 2nd and goal. Got to find a way. You can't give an inch. This part of the field, this yard marker right here, you've got to be physical. Nice job by the defense winning that 2nd down.
He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
I know the aggressive play is to go for the touchdown, but with a little bit of lead right here and a great start for my offense, I'm going to kick this field goal, Palmer.
I'm going the other way. I'm going aggressive here. I think you can put the nail in the coffin with the touchdown. Even if you don't get it, they still have to drive the entire field on your defense.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. They'll find a little bit of running room there. It'll be 3rd down as the clock runs before the half. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. They'll run him again. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Between the hashes, it's Johnson. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. And it's no good. He missed it. Really had a chance to stretch it out there, but I think they'll live with a 20-point lead. 1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Straight ahead, it's Turner. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. And we start with the NC State Wolfpack taking on the number 21 team, the App State Mountaineers.
He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback.
And it's NC State with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense finally gets home. They get their first sack of the day. This is a defense, they can pressure the quarterback. This is not normal. Last week they had 5 sacks, so you're used to this defense getting after quarterbacks.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They want to run this quarterback. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's
racing to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs. And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a scintillating 57-yard touchdown run. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wants to throw one first. Rush right in his face. Throwing on the run. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Out wide right, it's Staley. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Oh, pressure's coming. He's got it inside the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Into the house. Touchdown, Missouri! Getting set for the point after. And it's perfect. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cruz. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Turning it on! He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Motion from the wide receiver. On play action. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And that is the play the defense needed to turn the momentum around in this game. They needed somebody to step up and make a play. That should have been intercepted.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Under pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another first down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Takes the handoff. It's Henderson. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Oh my, he just shanked that one. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. First play of this drive. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Second down, going to throw it. He's going to fire deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And man, this whole crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive, and another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. The run inside. It's Henderson. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Could not make his way to the corner. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. On the move. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Fields the punt. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Got a big paw up there and knocks it down incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find them.
Going long. Brings it down on the right side. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Swapped immediately.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Gonna field this one in tight quarters. And the returner will be brought down. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Defense all over it.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. A timely pickup to get the 1st down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. They're going to ride this running back, and they'll finally make the tackle at the 3-yard line.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Fresh center down's going to the air. He wants a big play here late.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Gets the back moving. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. This one's complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
2nd and long here. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no.
He'll take a shot. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Hands it off. Might have a chance. He's up to 86 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Push is ahead. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.